It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports. And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Los Angeles Rams and the Cincinnati Bengals. Coming up next.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at what's now known as Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati. Straight ahead, a rematch of Super Bowl 56, and it should be a good one, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Before kickoff, Charles, quickly your keys to the game.
Well, partner, I could give you the standard ones, turnovers, special teams play. But here's one that doesn't get talked about much anymore, and that's time of possession. Whoever controls the football, gives their defense a break, and takes care of business, that's the team that's going to win this ball game.
Set to go, Evan McPherson to do the honors, and we are underway from Cincinnati, taking it about the 1. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They're brought out by a man now in his 15th NFL season, one of the most productive passers in league history, and a former Super Bowl champion, Matthew Stafford.
And Matthew Stafford was taken first overall in the 2009 draft, and he certainly played like a top pick. Throughout his career, he's been one of the most prolific passers in the league, and there's no reason to believe he's going to slow down his production anytime soon. Not only that, he's also one of the tougher quarterbacks in the league as well.
They begin the drive with Williams. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22. Here's Stafford. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Stafford. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. But defensively, you really can't script the start much better. You get a 3 and out and a sack.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. They kept them short of a first down on 1st and 2nd down. And then on 3rd down, they pick up a sack. What tremendous momentum for them to start this game.
So on 4th down, on is Ethan Evans to punt for the Rams. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. Let's take it inside his own 40. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals offense here ready to rock and roll. Joe Burrow is the man at quarterback.
And when you come into the league as the #1 guy selected, a lot of hype comes with it. Sometimes that weight can be unbearable. But this young man, he took that weight on and handled it as well as you can imagine. And I love his ability to make a 2nd, 3rd reaction play and create downfield.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Play action. It's Burrow. Throw left side complete. That's Gibbs. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. That one a first down pickup of 8. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him. Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field. But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play. They will throw on first down with Burrow. And he couldn't get that one to his man. Short of him, it's low and incomplete. That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion. On second down, here's Gibbs. And some nice running, going to get him down close to a first down at the Rams' 24. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon. Gibbs will try and pick it up. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs. And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs. It gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up. Well, the Bengals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal. Here we go now on 1st and goal. Gibbs is into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they ended with a touchdown. Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it was all capped off by a touchdown run from Jahmyr Gibbs. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here. Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
Williams going to get it again on second down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore.
Well, this is simply a great read by a defensive back. It's 3rd and 10, so he sits right on where the yard-to-gain marker is, knows it's going to be a route around that distance, makes his read, breaks on the football, and makes a terrific play.
Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 7. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. He's got it complete to Gibbs. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
On 3rd down, here's Gibbs. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. Burrow going to get this out to Chase. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 14-yard line.
Burrow looking to pass. That's complete right around the 8. And that's good for a gain of 6. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd and
2. Here's Burrow. Touchdown Bengals. Brandon Ayuk from 8 yards out. And the Bengals are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead.
The full team is involved in this game early, aren't they? Go down the field, score on offense, take the ball away on defense, and go right back and score again. You got to like the way that's working for them.
That's exactly right. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, 2-score lead. A little bit like you at breakfast this morning. I got to get this in. You had a perfect omelet, dropped it, so a little bit of a turnover. You went right back, though, and got that omelet and crushed it.
You got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
You got to do what you got to do.
Don't worry about your hands, though. after the touchdown. McPherson on to kick this one away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's into the hands of Tutu Atwell. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 27-yard line.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Now it's Stafford. Got a man open. It's Tyler Higbee. And Higbee going to have a Rams first down as he'll get this up to the 32. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Stafford. He'll find a man over the middle, Tutu Atwell. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Here comes 3rd and about a foot. Stafford now to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This offense is starting to get into rhythm. A nice quick throw there on target, able to pick up another first down.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now a play fake and it's Stafford. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Bengals are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. It's zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect him. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football and comes down with the interception.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. Oh, with a juke. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Got a man. That's Ayuk. So the completion good for 7 there. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 40-yard line.
Burrow will throw. Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Picked up by a Keller Witherspoon. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
After the interception, here's Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Stafford. His throw is going to be incomplete.
Give him credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Stafford. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
Well, there's no disputing. He's made some poor throws in this first half, but this was a good one. And you can bet this is an offense that isn't going to pull back. They believe in what he can do. So all you can do is look forward, and they pick up a first down.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. The all-everything defensive tackle, Aaron Donald, the one who made the play there.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great. Because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
This will be play number 8 on the drive. It's 3rd and goal. Throwing is Stafford. He's got it. It's Higbee. Touchdown, Rams. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Rams have got it back to within a score. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, he might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7.
Rams 7.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that one, that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
He connects quickly to Jamar Chase. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Bengals have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Well, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Here's 2nd and 3. Now Stafford. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack.
Well, defensively, they're doing everything they can to protect this early lead after giving up a touchdown on their last drive.
So now Stafford and the Rams after the sack. Well, they're staring up at a 3rd and long. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. Ethan Evans on now to punt. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. There's a look at receiver Jamar Chase as the Bengals get set to go on offense. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise he can really decimate them.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. It's caught. Smith. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll make it 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Burrow on play action. He will find his man Chase complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards the pickup there.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. Gibbs straight ahead. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
2nd down and 3. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. A short throw caught by Andrews. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs to the 27-yard line.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. On 2nd down, Burrow. He's got this complete to Ayuk on the out route. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Burrow on third down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Bengals first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Slings it to Anders, and it's complete. The tight end has it. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. Now 2nd and 9. And Burrow going to throw again. And this one complete to Smith. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that will bring up 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and 1, Burrow. That is caught. Call it a gain of a yard. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are. Yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
Zach Taylor, a new breed of head coach. He's going to go for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Mark Andrews from 8 yards out. And the Bengals' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. It took a pretty big risk right there going for it on 4th down. But, hey, not only did they get the first down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a first down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, 4th down, they went for it.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Now a 2nd and 10. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Pass complete there to McCool. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's a gain of 35.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And able to work his way down to the 16.
46 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. But he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short. That's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school smash mouth football. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. T.J. Watt, always the disruptor, there to blow that play up.
Overall, I'd have to say that was just really good team defense, because to me, you can't pin that one on the running back. He had no shot there. He had a man in his face immediately.
A rare misstep on that last play, because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Aaron Donald, that is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out, because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance, they've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
17-yard line. A 5-yard pickup. It's now 4th down.
Now Brett Maher for the field goal try. From the left hash, this from 34. The kick by Maher is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
After the made field goal, Maher back out there to kick it away.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Joe Burrow trots out again with the rest of his offense.
He really continues to pick apart this defense. Last drive, perfect, and it culminated in his 3rd touchdown pass.
As long as we've been doing this, how many times has a player in this type of a zone described the game as really slowed down?
Yep.
So right now, instead of warp speed, it's
snail's pace.
Oh, snail's pace for him, and he can do whatever he wants. Feels like he has all the time in the world to throw the ball, and his offensive line has been giving him that.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw complete here to Ayuk.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now it's Burrow. Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught. And he is going to have a Bengals first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. Ernest Jones there for the tackle.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
They'll go again with Gibbs. And some nice running, going to get him down close to a first down at the Rams' 43-yard line. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. On the slant into the hands of Christian McCaffrey. And he is going to have a Bengals first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. They go play action with Burrow. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
From the gun, Gibbs will get it. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And the Bengals are going to have a first and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
Now Burrow on first down. The quick slant caught. Touchdown! Jamar Chase on a touchdown throw from Joe Burrow. And the Bengals are able to widen their lead here in this first half. In the second quarter and already his second touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game. And I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Tucker now to add the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This taken in right around the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Here's Kyron Williams running out for another possession. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen and put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And they have just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks. And now here's a tackle behind the line.
Stafford now to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now Burrow. He's got it. Touchdown Bengals. Devontae Smith. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, I'll say one thing, Charles. You're getting really good practice here in breaking down touchdowns. What did you see there?
Well, the same thing I've seen over and over and over in this first half. My scintillating analysis, Brandon, this offense is absolutely taking no prisoners.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And the route is on here in this first half. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. T.J. Watt, the all-pro, in there to take him down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Here's Stafford. Open man is Atwell, complete. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Here's 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's Ethan Evans now. Watch out for Hill on the return. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And out will come the offense as they take over. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. He's got his man, it's Andrews. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Here's Burrow. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Ernest Jones, the linebacker, with a sack. I think this defense, Charles, realizing the deficit they're facing, they're going to have to step up and make more plays like we just saw there.
Yeah, and those are the type of plays that can focus a defense because, as we know, they've had their trouble so far in this one. But they just proved to themselves that they can get to him, and I expect them to continue to bring that type of pressure in order to try and turn around their fortunes.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 34-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
It's one play at a time, baby.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So everything else has gone right in this first half. Kind of follows it a would for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone, definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, BG, thanks very much, and welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports Halftime Report. We saw a strong first half out of the quarterback, Joe Burrow. He put together the kind of half you dream about. 5 touchdown passes, as his guys are well in control of this ball game.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. Here's the dangerous Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill on the return. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Jamar Chase hoping to be at center stage yet again as the offense returns to the field. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll try and start this drive in the air. A short throw caught by Andrews.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
From the 24 now, here's a 2nd down and 9. Burrow looking to pass. Finds Gibbs on the check down. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking deep here for Chase. This is caught at the 20. A big play there for Cincinnati. 62 yards.
Boy, this has just been an offensive clinic. It's seemingly been one big play after another, and add this one on to the list. When you can bite off more than half the field on one play, things are definitely working in your favor.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Throwing again, it's Burrow. That's caught by Ayuk on the slant. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Mark Andrews, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Bengals take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
Rams 10.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half.
Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10.
At their own 22.
He'll look to Williams to begin things.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Stafford.
That's caught. It's 2-2 Atwell.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, a lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the 3rd quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard, because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Still needing 10 yards. Now it's 3rd down.
Throwing is Stafford.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 45-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Here's Stafford. And his throw here's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
2nd and 10.
To throw is Stafford.
He'll get this one complete to Atwell.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 33. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
On first down, it's Stafford.
Right back to Atwell. That's complete.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11.
Or maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
70 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries.
So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay,
If we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
Williams is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
Williams fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. They'll run it with Williams. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
But when the ball snapped from the 3 down near the goal line, I think in days gone by, we thought many teams would run the football. But on 3rd down in today's game, I expect them to throw it. A little counterintuitive there. They tried to run it, instead spilled for a loss.
The kick by Marr is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
After the made field goal, Marr back out there to kick it away. And Hill will opt for the touchback. Here again comes Joe Burrow and the offense for the Bengals. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route, too.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
This defense could use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
On 2nd down, here's Burrow. A short throw caught by Andrews. Broke a tackle, but not much room there ultimately. Just up past the 25 and no further. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
On 3rd down, Burrow. That is caught. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
To the air again, Burrow. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Had to do a double take on that one, Brandon, because so far in this game, we haven't seen many of his passes fall incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Hand off now to Gibbs. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. We got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Here is 3rd down and 4. Now Burrow. He's got this complete to Ayuk on the out route. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Going old reliable there to the slot on 3rd down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence, because how do you cover? Do you go with a bigger guy to try and use size? You got to try and go with a quicker guy, and sometimes you even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to him.
And he's had the hot hand. He's brought down in the red zone at the 18 after a gain of 18. 1st and 10.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Burrow will throw. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Mark Andrews, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals are pouring it on.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Tucker now for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So that one an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it's Mark Andrews who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
They begin the drive with Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sets his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Back to throw, Stafford.
A gain of 7 yards, and it's 3rd down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now a play fake it at Stafford. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Good clean play, no flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get him off the field with a 3 and out.
Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today.
That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field.
And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
24 yards the gain there. Another 1st down as well. The partner is still in the 3rd quarter, but they've got this one well in hand and still airing it out with gusto and picking up some nice gains.
And even in lopsided games like this, you don't really see starters get lifted or the foot come off the gas before the 4th quarter. No one wants to leave any doubt when they're playing well. They just want to continue the process.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Open man downfield is Chase. He's got it. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good, soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another 1st down.
And he'll go right back to Chase. That's caught again.
And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
Back to throw here. And that is incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th.
A 35-yard attempt.
Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
I got to think at this point, 3rd quarter, if you're able to hold on to the ball, get 3 at the end, that's all you're looking for.
I would agree with that because right now, this is a job well done by them. In fact, it's almost time for handshakes, a little dap on the sidelines, maybe even start to discuss post-game plans. And for the guys who haven't played yet, go ahead and get loose. Your time is now.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. L.A. readies for its next possession. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Now left side on the swing pass. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely, and no matter what angle you're making the tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. On the counter, here's Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. 38-yard line, 2nd and 11. Back now in Cincinnati. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Stafford. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
Here comes the Rams punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. Now Brandon Ayuk ready to bring out the rest of this offense here for this upcoming series. They might want to mix something up defensively because he's been shredding them a bit, hasn't he?
That he has, and even with all the changes that you know are going on the defensive side of the ball, he's still finding ways to get open, finding the right spots, and the delivery's been pretty good too.
He's over 100 yards, has the 1 touchdown score to this point. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. Now here comes Ayuk on the jet sweep. Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Looking deep here for Chase. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And that's one of the few things that has not gone right for this offense so far. They've had their share of big plays. That was nearly another. But somehow, he just couldn't squeeze it.
The Bengals bring out their punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10.
Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10.
Just shy of the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Going to be taken in here by Nakua.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
2nd and 1 at the 38-yard line.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 1.
Now Stafford.
Pass complete there to Nakua.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the 4th quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward.
Now 2nd and 5.
Throwing again is Stafford.
Room to maneuver at the 35.
And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 32-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now, but as you've mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Meanwhile, Stafford's throw pulled in by Atwell here.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Here's Stafford.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Well, after another really nice run, this is where a defense coordinator earns his money. His guys have been on the field a long time, so he's got to decide what he wants to do to try and slow them down. Is he going to substitute some players in, get some fresh guys, or is he just going to try to attack and try and find a way to take the ball away from them?
Stafford now to throw. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown, Rams.
2-2 Atwell.
From 8 yards out.
And the Rams get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. And CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about here. But it may be cliche, but give them credit for this. They've continued to fight and scratch and claw, and they get the touchdown here in the fourth quarter.
And I'm okay with that cliche, all right? Maybe it'll alleviate the sting a little bit because at least they can look in the mirror and realize they fought all the way through. Horrible game for them, not one they'll want to remember, but at least they'll keep their heads up and have some pride when they leave this stadium.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Bengals getting set to go. We've paid this offense plenty of compliments already, but, I mean, they are deserving as they start another series. To be leading by this much with so much time left to play in the fourth, Charles, it's really, really been impressive to watch.
It has been, and you have to think to yourself, the preparation that went into this, but the absolute focus that they kept throughout in order to have this kind of a result. This is Super Bowl-esque, and they've got to feel awfully good about what they put out there today.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. So fourth quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
3rd and 5. Another run for Gibbs here, and he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. L.A. set to take over again on offense. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Back to the air, Stafford on 2nd down. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Third and 2, Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Here comes the Rams punter now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. He'll start by handing this off to McCaffrey. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a 1st down.
There's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the 4th quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing.
And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
2nd down, and they go back to Gibbs. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
On 3rd down, here's Gibbs. Oh, able to avoid him. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A Bengal 1st down on the 16-yard pickup there.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football. We just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day.
On 1st and 10.
And he caught it up. And now the Rams have got it going the other way. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
And the Rams getting set to go now.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. Gibbs straight ahead.
And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Here's Burrow. It connects quickly to Jamar Chase. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll try and run for it. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear a peep or protest out of them. That's just who they are.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Stafford. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Stafford. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Aaron Donald getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
So now Stafford and the Rams after the sack. They're staring up at a 3rd and long. They'll drop to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Myles Garrett able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Here's Hill on the return. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Well, they don't need to score here, that's for sure. They could just kneel it. They've got the huge lead late 4th quarter, but we'll see how they're feeling, Charles.
Yeah, we all know people out there who like to use every second of the clock, no matter what the score. And we know they don't need the points. They've scored in abundance already. Let's find out how they want to finish this ball game.
On the give, here's Gibbs. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. The tackle there by John Johnson.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Bengals as we say so long from Cincinnati.